Altered Carbon is one of the most underrated TV shows I have ever seen. What is this show about? It's a sci-fi TV show. Humans are now traveling to planets. They've been in the planets. They've been to colonize other planets. The thing is, though, what the show is about is the fact is that there's this thing called stacks. These stacks is basically the human souls. They're connected right in the back of the neck, and basically what happens is someone dies. They just put their stack into a new body. The new body is called a sleeve. Bodies are called sleeves, and the human soul is technically a stack. And they have it in the back. If someone shoots the stack, you're permanently dead. But let's say you die by a car accident, and you're 24 years old and you have a lot of money. You could make yourself a clone body of yourself. If you have the money, you could do that. If not, then you could go into the body of a 50-year-old guy with drug addiction. There's a lot of messed up things with this universe. But Alter Carbon is a fantastic show. And in that universe, we get the last envoy, no, let me make sure I say it correctly. Takashi Kovac Tak. He's the last envoy. 200 years in the present time, 200 years before the present timeline, he was an envoy. He was a guy who was trying to stop the elites, stopping the rich from trying to basically get the stacks, and basically so they won't live forever. Because with these stacks, with this device, people can live forever. There's no expiration date unless your stack or stock gets shot or it gets destroyed. So they tried to make sure that the higher ups, Takashi Kovac, he wanted to make sure that nobody else could do it. He had a sister, he had the love of his life, who was the co-founder of the Envoys, who basically taught him everything and make him regret his past, and to really stand for something other than himself. He made him believe about something greater than himself. Her name was Kel Falconer, and she was a great character. She was his tutor, his teacher, and his lover, and the love of his life. But they failed, and he survived. And he's been in cold storage because his stocks have been basically in police custody. They had him like that, like as a prisoner. And so some rich dude from the future decides to revive him and says that basically your future, like what you fought for, is already gone. We won. We want you to solve a murder for me, and what better choice than you, the last envoy? Solve this murder of who tried to kill me, or who killed me, so we could figure it out, and then you could basically have your whatever you want. You could basically be free. There will be no more hunting against you. You could live the life you want to choose, and you'll be extremely rich. And Tak, he doesn't know how he feels in this new world, in this new sleeve, because originally he's an Asian person. He's literally from Asia. Then he becomes a white person, and he goes through different sleeves. And there's this great story arc of him solving the murder and trying to basically understand this new world that he's been in and what he's failed to do, because he sees all these people are suffering. The poor are suffering because they can't get the right medical stuff. They can't get the right stacks. So if an 8-year-old girl dies in a car crash, she goes in a 40-year-old. The parents can't afford it to get the original body back, or they can't get into a younger body. You get what you get. As long as you can afford it, you're good. But the rich ones are elitists. They're called meths. And these meths basically control everything. And the first season just really delves deep into the mythology of Earth. And Takashi Kovac, he's on Earth, and then he's just trying to solve this murder. He's learning about the new ways. He goes to a hotel where the AI becomes basically kind of like a stalker. But this AI is called Poe, and he really tries to understand humans. He wants to be human. And the interaction between the hotel and the AI with Takashi Kovac is just interesting. We also have this detective, and the detective name is Christine Ortega. Great character. She's trying to solve the murder along with the meth dude with Takashi Kovac. Becomes like a somewhat partner to him, but she has her own agenda. She's trying to figure out other things. There's a couple of details I don't want to get into, but this is a great storyline for the first season. The problem is, though, for the first season, the last 3 episodes, they reveal a character from Takashi's past. When you see this character, you already know what we're going to do. We're going to get the evil villain of the story. And then the season becomes very predictable. Season 2, basically another 100 years after the events of Season 1, he's back, and now he's looking for the love of his life. Rumors that the love of his life, Kel Falconer, is still alive. He said he went to a new planet. He still has that AI with him from the hotel, and he is basically doing whatever he can to get back to that woman that he loves. We also get into great details of his past about the guy who mentored him, who taught him in his military regiment, and he basically has to confront him. He has to confront his past. Why did he actually truly turn? And there's some more details about the beings who actually traveled the universe before the humans, and they were called the Elders. And so there's a great detail about the mythology of the sci-fi world that in this Altered Carbon it is. So there's just like, if season 1 was the inclusion of the characters and starting off the franchise, season 2 is more like expanding characters' growth and basically extending the mythology and expanding it in new ways. And Anthony Mackie gets season 2 arc, so I think that's just very well done. So Anthony Mackie comes in season 2. Season 1 got the guy from Suicide Squad, House of Cards. I'm forgetting his name for the life of me. But Altered Carbon is an underrated show. It lasted 2 years, 18 episodes. It could have gone for a lot more. I know they made an anime movie. Have not seen it. That's on Netflix. This show is on Netflix, and it's an absolute must-watch. This was absolutely freaking fantastic. And again, another show that's great that's canceled, but other shows that are god-awful terrible, they get like so many things seasons. But to me, Altered Carbon, very good show, very underrated. The acting was good, the special effects were good, the sci-fi, again, there's just so much I really did enjoy about Altered Carbon. I love the character, Takashi Kovacs. I love Kel Falconer. I love the detective. I love Poe, the android. There's a lot of great details in season 1 and season 2. And they really expand a lot of character arcs, and I just can't believe it's over. I got into it. I finished this show in under 2 weeks. It was just a blast to watch. It was a blast for the story, and I wish we get a continuation. It was just that damn good. So to me, what'd you think of Altered Carbon? You think it was a bad show? You think it was a good show? Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Angel Lee, Scarford, everybody. Bye.